around the limbs. Coronal hole facing Earth and will amplify the solar wind early next week. And as I mentioned, solar wind is calming back to ambient streams and geomagnetic storm conditions are ending. Could be a reverberation today, but that would be about it. Up next, it's a darkened 131 angstrom view to spot the flaring zones. On the left side is what I mentioned was coming. Brightness denotes incoming active regions both north and south. And folks, it seems there's some confusion on when you're supposed to get scared about space weather, so allow me to antidote this codswallop. The radio blackout scales, 1 through 5, and it's the far right two columns of interest. The second column from the right is the flare ratings. People freaked out over the X-class flare, but in addition to what we learned here about impulsive versus long-duration flares and the CMEs they make, we average about 175 X-class flares per 11-year sunspot cycle. Above that, we average numerous X10s per cycle, and an X20 is expected about every other cycle. No, a simple X-class flare is not when you get scared. Maybe if 2 or 3 long-duration events occur right at Earth in succession, but X10, X20, now you're talking real power. So let's go to the geomagnetic storms. The confusing bit here is the 1 through 5 storm scales do not match the KP index on which they are based. Second column from the right, a G1 storm, the smallest, starts at KP5, and a G5 storm, the worst, is KP9. We had a KP7 event this week, and while it is a solid space weather event, it's about 100 times lower than what is considered really scary. At G4, KP8, we do tend to see some major problems and satellite issues, but KP9 is the real scary mark. Let's not let those other channels twist you around here, shall we? Good. Because we're heading deep out into space to find a star-forming region that has one star of special...